20 Lessons Learned Too Late in Life, Part 1. Hello September. The period when the summer vibes are still flaming, and the autumn work spirit is getting back to its productive levels. Welcome to Life Theory. The place where we search for the missing puzzles in life and where people keep on rising. As we promised in our last video, today is part 1 of 20 things people learn too late in life. We decided to do this video after something we felt during a random summer walk. We hope you will enjoy this video as much as we enjoyed creating it. Number 1. Life is not fair. Okay. Let's get something out of the way. Life has never been, and most likely never will be, fair. Whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or discard it. You might be living in a developing country, and you won't have the same tools and safety net as someone your age. The person you like most likely would fall in love with someone who is a complete ass. The promotion you worked so hard to get at work will almost definitely go to someone less qualified and closer to the boss. But, here is the funny part. No matter how fair or unfair life is, you will always see the situation from your point of view, and in your mind, life will never be fair. Just do what you do, and when the shit hits the fence, even when you have done everything right, remember that life isn't fair, and move on. Number 2. Complaining solves nothing. You don't have to think that hard to point out a person who will find a problem in every solution and present it negatively. He or she might be right, but that doesn't justify the constant attitude. That person might even be you, without even realizing it. Let's give you examples with ourselves. We used to be the problem finders, not the solvers. And we thought that we deserved a medal for pointing out the 100 problems in the new fix without being part of the solution modeling. When our colleagues in the past found a way to bring new clients, we found how they were low-income individuals that would only contribute to zero income, without taking into account the potential long-term commitment or future services we might have provided for them. We just told that the time invested in acquiring solo individuals instead of corporate clients would have resulted only in poorly invested time. We were right on paper, but our first reaction wasn't to find a better solution. We burned to the ground the work of our colleagues. In our heads, we were saving the company money, but in reality, we did nothing to help improve a good solution that needed a slight adjustment. This can be relevant to all aspects of life. Just pause this video for a moment and think for all the people in your life, yourself included. How often have you been negative in a group or judgmental without knowing all the backstory? Or it might be someone you know that is that person. The government will issue a fund for gifted engineers, and the reaction would be, they could have used that money for something better. Someone will buy a car because they need it, and someone will say they could have invested that money. There are even people who are jealous of the Ukrainian refugees and all other refugees before them, for getting free accommodation, and free money to buy food, and daily essentials. Okay, Karen. What is your solution? Not letting millions of people who have lost their homes, family members, and their entire life in your country. Oh, wait. That country is a piece of land with drowned borders, belonging to all of us living here on planet Earth. This is something that some people learn too late in life, some even never. There would be no workplace for all of us if there were no bugs. Everyone could find a problem in something. They are always problems to be solved. Our advice is, find the problem, work on a solution, and present the problem with its fix. Complaining makes you unattractive, and being unattractive won't help you either in business or personal relations. Number 3. Most of us are scared by our imagination. The act or power of forming a mental image of something not present to the senses or never before wholly perceived in reality. That is the definition of imagination. When we are young, we tend to imagine all kinds of scenarios. Both good and bad. You apply for a job, and start to imagine what could get wrong, what might happen, will the rain wet your clothes, and if your hair will get fuzzy. You say something, and then for days, you think about how the person might have heard it. You want to leave your job or country, and you start to imagine how you will run out of money, or won't find a job, or how someone will kidnap you just because you are a foreigner, although no one will know that besides you. When you get older, you realize how 90% of what you imagined never happened. You didn't die from hunger, you are not homeless, no one kidnapped you, and no one actually gave a damn about the thing you think you might have said wrong. People are too busy to deal with their real life. No one but you gives a shit about what is going on inside your head. Just try to remember something you thought would go horribly wrong. Was it really that bad? Did it even happen? The father of the creator of this channel put it very simply. No matter what you think can happen. You can never lose what you never had in the first place. Just let that sink in for a moment. Number 4. Everyone is fighting for themselves first. Do you think you are special? Do you deserve to be at the top? Are you going to win because you are different? Guess what? There are 8 billion more people who think the same thing. Everyone is putting themselves first, no matter how many friends or a wonderful life partner you have. It is every person for themselves first. People need to learn this as quickly as possible. You are always your number one priority, and there are 8 billion more just like you. We are all in the same race called life, and no matter how much we have evolved as a society, as a culture, and as mindful individuals, it will always be every man for himself in that crazy journey we are all in. Number 5. Family and closed ones matters more than anything. You cannot choose your family, but your family will be there for you in your darkest hours when no one else will be willing to risk themselves for you. If you are lucky enough to have an alive and healthy family, you are blessed. You might not realize it yet, but years will pass, and you will find it true. This is why we made this video. So you won't have to wait until you are 50 to see the value of the people related to you. Something else you don't have to wait to find out until you are 50, is that the 2 or 3 closest friends you have are the second best thing you have to a family. Isn't it funny how you don't have many photos with your best friends, or how you don't hang out all the time, but they are the closest to your heart, soul, and being? When you are rising, everyone will want to be around you, but when you are at your lowest, only your family and the closest of closest people will stay around to support you. Let's give another example with the creator of the channel. Back in 2012, his financials were worse than terrible. With work, education, rent, bills, and everything around being a 20 years old skinny boy, life wasn't easy. During one winter, things got so bad that he didn't have money to buy food for himself. Lucky for him, he had a friend that when heard about that, showed up 3 hours later with a big grocery bag full of food. The same person showed up to give him some extra cash a couple of years later when he went on a date, and the restaurant turned out to be more expensive than expected. He called the same friend to come outside the restaurant, so that he wouldn't embarrass himself on that second date, and he was given the money needed. When My Sky Pet was created, his sister created all the designs for free. Then he decided to give her 20% of all the profits the site later started to generate. For life. You see now? Friends and family matter in life more than you think. Don't wait to lose them to realize that. Number 6. Others will treat you the way you treat yourself. Here is something that some people never actually got to learn. No one will step on you if you don't step on yourself, and everyone will disrespect you and use you if you don't respect yourself. You might not like this one, but there is a reason why you are given the tedious and painful tasks, and someone else is getting the big kill. People know that that person will never accept doing something unproductive. That person is treating himself with high goals and respect, and so does everyone around him. Just imagine this for a second. Imagine that you are going on an exchange program for 6 months. You change your clothes. You change your confidence to a higher level. You change the music you listen to. The people who will meet you there will have a completely different perspective for you from the people you have known for your entire life. People don't treat you and look at you the way you want them to. They treat you and have an opinion on you based on how you treat yourself. Number 7. Beneath every anger, there is always fear. Have you ever felt so angry that you wish the entire world could burn to ashes and you wouldn't care? We surely did at different stages in our life. Time passed, we read some books, got a better education, and there it was. It was fear, not anger. Sure, the anger was masking the fear, but it was always there. Fear of the unknown, changes, injustice, and everything you can imagine. We are big Star Wars fans, and here is how we can present it best. If you haven't seen it, skip this to number 8 because there are some spoilers coming. In Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, Anakin Skywalker was full of fear in his dreams about losing his mother. When he went to save her and wasn't able to, he got full of anger, and killed the entire village. In Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, he was afraid of losing Padme. His fear led to anger, and his anger, to the dark side. We all know what happened then. We are going to leave you with the wisdom of Master Yoda. Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Number 8. Value your spontaneity and expect the unexpected. Let's lighten up the mood a little. Life is more than work and bills. You could love what you do, but eat the same thing every day, and eventually, it will get boring. There are many beautiful things in life, and you don't have to wait until retirement to find them out. Surprise your loved one after work, and take her somewhere special for her. Ask for a Friday off at work when there is not that much work to be done, and go on a 3-day weekend. Some random place. A hike, a trip, anything. You won't remember that dull Friday day at work, but you will definitely create a lifetime memory of when you asked for a day off that Friday, went skydiving, then swimming, and slept in a cabin by the lake. Have the courage to spice up your life because spices are expensive for a reason. They make or break a good taste in life. And something else you have to learn today, and not when you are old. Be prepared for anything, and expect the unexpected. Be prepared for the presentation, but expect that the electricity will fail. When the unexpected happens, and it will, trust us. Take it with a deep breath, then own it. Number 9. Changing oneself and regretting missed opportunities. There are not that many constants in life. We know for sure that we will die, and that everything will change. Some people go far in life, and they haven't changed a bit when they look back. That, for us, is a definition of lost time. People regret not having the courage to change themselves into the person they wanted to become. They regretted the missed opportunities. Change is part of life. Change is the one thing that keeps us alive. Change is what brought life to us in the first place. Do you want to talk more profoundly? Do you want to look as confident as the celebrities on the red carpet or the entrepreneurs you admire? Confidence comes from competence. Competence comes with change comes with taken opportunities. Take every chance that will help you grow. Then adapt. Change. Repeat. And you just got ahead of the majority of people. Just take action, and don't wait until it's time to start regretting everything you missed. Number 10. Healthy habits. Sacrificing health for wealth isn't worth it. We know how obvious this sounds, but we have to remind everyone, ourselves included, that health is the only thing that lets us do all the other things in life. Working 18 hours a day might sound like the only way to build wealth, but it is not worth it in the long run. Sure, all of us have to sacrifice some sleep, nerve damage, and junk food in our youth, but extend this for longer than 5 years, and you will be dead before it is time for pension. Let's give one more example with ourselves. Again, with the creator of this channel. In his own writing, I will quote, "I started work when I was 12 or 14. I never had a vacation until I was 29. I used to work 14-hour shifts, 6 to 7 days a week while jumping to university for exams. I then worked day and night shifts. It destroyed me. I was working on 3 different rotating shifts in another country, living with strangers in the same room, one of whom stole all the work I had done with my Skypet, and I had to start almost all over again. I wrote poems while barely able to keep my eyes open. Uploaded new products on my website after a 10-hour shift. I slept for 4 to 5 hours for a period of I don't know how many years. When COVID came, I had some money, more than I was able to save for the previous 10 years, but my body was weak. I got COVID 3 times. One of those times I had it along with Lyme disease. I got arthritis due to a late diagnosis because my body was weak, and I was always with COVID. 3 times. 3 times. So was it worth it? No. But was it necessary? Yes. Did I think there was another way? No. Was there a better way? Yes. 100%. If I had to redo my 20s, I would sleep a little more, think about problems a lot more, and find more efficient ways. There is always a way to preserve your health and chase your dreams. And I am nowhere where I wanted to be. 1,000 times better, but only 0.1% of where I thought I was going to be. Scissors cuts paper. Paper covers rock. Rock crushes lizard. Lizard poisons Spock. Spock smashes scissors. Scissors decapitates lizard. Lizard eats paper. Paper disproves Spock. Spock vaporizes rock. Rock crushes scissors. And as it always has. Health beats them all. Keep yourself healthy. It is the main ingredient for everything else you want to cook in life. And that was it. Thank you for watching this first part of 20 Things People Learned Too Late in Life. The second and final part will come next Sunday, and we can't wait to see you there with us. If you found this video valuable, interesting, or if any point touched you, please be sure to like and subscribe so you won't miss the next one. It is also the biggest way you can help us in the competitive world of YouTube. Our existence is entirely dependent on the community. Until next time, keep on rising.